Our next guest is an inspiration to potato chip and omelet lovers all around the world. On Sunday, she won a Golden Globe for her performance in The Bear. All episodes are on Hulu now. Please welcome Ayo Edebiri. Do you remember when we met, the first time we met?
I do remember the first time we met.
Weird, right?
It was weird because I was training for The Bear. It was before we had filmed the first season, and I was pretending to be a chef, but it was like it was during COVID, so I had like a face mask on, but also, even outside of that, why would you know who I was?
Well, I was wandering around El Segundo, and I went into this bakery owned by Sherry Yard, who's a great pastry chef. And there you were, and I said hello.
I don't know why I looked as if there would be a you took a picture of me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember her someday. You also sounded like that.
and then someone there told me that you were I assumed you were going to be hosting like a cooking show or something.
Yeah.
And then of course you pop up on The Bear, and I saw you at the Emmys, and you told me this story.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. I feel in a lot of ways responsible for your success.
Okay. Yeah, no, I love that you feel that way. Yeah.
Just give me this, will you?
For sure, for sure.
Well, congratulations. The show is great, and I love that area of the world, the restaurants, and that's why I was wandering around into this restaurant-type facility. You gave a speech on Sunday night at the Golden Globes that I thought was interesting because you thanked a group of people that are really the most important group of people in Hollywood.
Yes.
The assistants to the agents.
Yes.
First of all, did you hear from your agent's assistant immediately after that?
Yeah, I think she was like doing work. So the first time I heard back from her, she was like, "Hi, what times are you available for XYZ?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And then after, she was like, "Also," that was very sweet. But I was like, "Yeah, you save my life every day." So yeah.
I imagined all those people cheering when they heard you say that at that moment.
Yeah, but it's true, and I've assisted before, and I started out as like a PA and as a writer's assistant, and they're just very hard jobs, and they're often thankless, and so I just was like...
Not anymore. And this morning you got a couple of nominations, right? You got a BAFTA nomination and a SAG nomination. Do people wake you up to tell you that it happened?
They're shaking me out of my bed every day. No, it was very cool. I feel like I'm always very humbled whenever I text my parents, and they're like, "Okay."
Is that true?
That is true. I told my parents that I was going to be on the show, and my mom said, "Oh, you're going to be on Jimmy, J-I-M-M-E-Y Kimmel." And my dad said, "Okay." And that was that, and we moved on in the family group chat.
I'll take it. People do put a B in my name for no reason sometimes.
It's just my parents. Yeah.
Your grandma, I know we have a videotape here, and I'd love for you to explain it beforehand.
Yes.
Because your grandmother is a viewer of your show.
She is, which I did not know. I grew up very religious, and my grandmother is like the bedrock of that. She is a staunch Pentecostal woman. Her best friend is her pastor. That's not an exaggeration. But my grandmother, I went back home, and she was like, "Oh, I watched the show." And I was like, "Oh, you watched the show full of swears?" And she was like, "Yes, and I have some thoughts." I've never heard this woman say a bad thing in her life. And then...
Let's
here's
hear
the
her say some bad things.
It's too much. Let them abolish that. I love the acting, but swear is too much. Thank you.
Oh, there's going to be some shock around the TGI Fridays this week.
I love you. I love you to my grandmother. I don't know what camera to look at. Sorry. I love you.
Wow, that's funny. That's where's your family from? Where are you?
My dad is from Nigeria, and my mom is from Barbados.
Interesting. So, as far as cooking goes,
Yes.
are you now? Would you consider yourself to be a good cook, above average?
I mean, I
Great?
would consider myself to be one. I am still not allowed in the kitchen. My mom is like, "You're not ready yet," and I'm like, when are we gonna get there? Like, I'm fully pretending to do this on TV, like 9 to 5. One more.
By the way, it sounds like the show in a way. There's some similarities there. Huh?
That just clicked for me now.
There's your Chachi style motivation right there.
I'm in. Now I'm in.
You made this omelet. Which episode? Was it the last episode? One of the episodes.
Yeah, one of them.
You made an omelet with potato chips in it.
Yes.
And it became like a big thing.
Yeah, because it's really tasty. It's really good. But yeah, Courtney Storer, who's one of the culinary producers on the show, whenever there's a season and we're doing the culinary prep, we really learn how to cook the things we're going to be making on screen. And she was like, I have this idea. And we tested, like, I don't know, felt like 100 different ways of putting chips in or on an omelet.
Oh,
like
really?
If it's like a Spanish omelet style thing, or is it more just a classic French omelet? And then we use the chips as a garnish. So we did a bunch of different versions. Is it stuffed? Is it not stuffed? And then after consuming copious amounts of butter and cheese and eggs, we were like, this is the best one, but also we can never eat this again.
So you don't make this now for friends at home?
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah. It's a lot of butter.
It's a lot of butter. It's a lot of cheese. It's a lot of egg. It's a lot of chip. It's the perfect thing, but I've had too much.
When butter is measured in a knob, that means it's too much.
Yeah. When you're just sort of like eyeballing butter, when you're like, yeah, whole stick, another stick, yeah.
You, by the way, I want to tell you one other thing before we're done. I went to a mall in Torrance to see your movie Bottoms. My wife and I. And it is so funny.
Thank you.
And it's so original and weird. And I would recommend, I don't know, is it on like a streamer or something now?
I believe it's on Amazon Prime. I'm going to look to the cam. I saw the lights. So please.
Grandma should definitely not see that one.
No. If you don't watch Bottoms, Grandma. Don't.
And of course, you can see all the episodes, both seasons of The Bear on Hulu now. Thank you for being here. Io Adebari, everybody. We'll be back.